Hi everyone, I'm Rich, and welcome back to Mission 1820, where we're continuing our series, The 6 Fiery Darts of Satan. So far, we've covered the darts of discouragement, the dart of guilt and pride, all of which are ways that the enemy distorts the life of a Christian with his lies. Now, most of Satan's darts do require Christians to do the heavy lifting, to believe the lie that he's planting in their mind. See, the Bible tells us that Satan is the father of lies, that he is crafty and he is a deceiver. See, when Satan wanted to lead Adam and Eve into sin, he started by attacking Eve's mind with just a simple lie. Another common tactic of the devil is the fourth fiery dart that we're covering, and that is the dart of worry. Satan loves to fill Christians' minds with worry because he knows that when someone worries, they spend a lot of time worrying. It's often said that worry is the devil's tool. Why? Because he knows just how powerful and destructive it is to a Christian's faith, to their hope, and to their well-being. See, while worrying can make us feel like we're in total control of the situation, what it actually does is it keeps our minds overworked. It keeps our bodies on edge, trapped in a cycle of being tense, exhausted, and uncertain about our future. See, statistics tell us that about 98% of the things that people worry about never come to pass. Yet, they can find time to spend 100% of the time worrying about them. Jesus tells us, therefore, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about its own thing. Sufficient for the day is its own trouble. Remember what I said earlier about Christians doing the heavy lifting during worry? Well, that's the reason Satan likes these mind darts, is because he doesn't need to destroy us on the outside if he can cause us to destroy ourselves on the inside. Satan wants to counterfeit the work of God, and he wants to use you to destroy yourself by getting you so wrapped up in all the what ifs that you just don't seek God. In fact, if you blame God on this situation about what you're worrying about, then that's a bonus for Satan. So don't let him drag you into the weeds of what ifs. Remember, he does this to keep your eyes off of God. And when that happens, you lose sight of the only one who can remedy the situation. Satan uses worry in the most beneficial way that he can in our lives. And that is to let the Christian's mind race to the most extreme outcome that we can come up with when we begin to worry. For example, maybe you have a family member or a friend that might be having issues with some mild headaches. Well, Satan is going to plant that worry dart, and then we'll feed it and we'll escalate the situation on our own to the most dire diagnosis there is. But let's say there's some talks of layoffs at your work. Well, that's prime time for the dart of worry. The next thing you know, you're escalating your worrying to the point that you're going to lose your job, that you're going to lose your home, and that you're going to be homeless. Satan's just sitting back, letting you do all the heavy lifting in these cases. See, with mind games, all he has to do is just plant that seed, and then we just do all the work by feeding it. So how do we protect ourselves from believing these lies? Well, since Satan's words are lies, and God's word is the truth, then we need to make sure that worry doesn't take our eyes off of God's truth. See, Philippians chapter 4, verse 6 says, be anxious for nothing. That word anxious is another word for worry. But in everything by prayer and supplication, with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. See, knowing Satan's strategies enables us to identify that attack and to defend ourselves by taking up the armor of God. Learning God's word and living by faith, that is the absolute key to our victory. All right, guys, I hope this was helpful in defending against worry. So until next week, God bless, and thanks for watching.